All right, let's talk best bets here for college football for this upcoming week. We both stink at this. We're both absolutely terrible at making bets. So if you want to make some money, fade the hell out of us. Sean was 1-2. He's 8-7 on the season, 53% correct. That sounds too good to be true. Joe is 1-2 on the season, 6-9, or 1-2 last week, 6-9 on the season, 40% correct. My first pick, Sean. We're picking ourselves up off the ground here. We're gonna survive.
You're gonna get
we're gonna
hot?
get back. We're gonna get back. I'm taking Oklahoma -1.5 versus Auburn. I know that Oklahoma is starting a true freshman on the road, but Auburn is the king of shooting themselves in the foot. They can't get out of their own way, but more importantly, fractured locker room week, man. Your head coach is saying a bunch of crazy shit. Multiple press conferences. I know a lot of people said, oh, he threw himself under the bus as well as the quarterbacks. Doesn't matter. You don't throw your players under the bus. Conversely, Brent Venables benches Jackson Arnold, and instead of being critical of him, he goes out of his way to say that he thinks that Jackson Arnold's going to go on to have a great long career. That's the difference between a good coach and a hack like Hugh Freeze. Give me the good head coach. The team's going to rally around him. I think that Oklahoma covers a 1.5.
Here's the thing. I think Auburn, I like your rationale. I think Auburn, we could have a situation where the players get so mad at their coach that they win out of spite. I think it becomes, if Hugh's looking at this, if I need to become the rallying point and have my team play in spite of me with their hair on fire, that's what's going to happen. He's a weirdo. He's a manipulator. He's at times a scumbag in his career, but he keeps on getting hired and he keeps on having winning teams. So something has to work eventually. I think it's turning the entire team against him. I am staying away from this game. My first pick, Miami, 19.5 versus Virginia Tech. Are they favorites? Of course they are. Miami is a God-fearing wagon. Miami, 3-1 against the spread so far. Keep telling me it doesn't matter, Joe. I'm not taking the bait. Even more importantly, they are covering the spread by an average of 16 points a game. They're not sneaking by on their tiptoes. They are smoking the spread.
Okay, but
they are crushing it. That's insane.
This is a huge spread, though. This is a huge. Okay, I would actually love you. You're using all this data.
I've got more. Can I give you another?
Wait, hold on. Who would have thought that Sean was Mr. PFF over here with all the data that he's thrown out here? But I would love for you to have done some statistical analysis, the amount of times that you've taken these 15-plus point spreads, how many times they've hit.
Look, I got another little nugget.
I think you're over.
I got another little nugget for you to drop in the proverbial.
Idiot.
Hey, Miami had a big spread last week and they covered again. Of course they did.
Well, you didn't pick Miami.
Yes, I did.
I'm talking about you.
Yes, I picked Miami last week against USF. Yes, I did. It was the only bet that hit. Virginia Tech is 1-3 against the spread this year, and they are not covering.
Notre Dame didn't hit. That's plays into my example.
By an average of 6.4 points a game. They're losing to the spread by a touchdown. It's easy money. It's smart money. Miami's going to smoke Virginia Tech. It's the safest. You're lying.
Bad pick.
You're a lying
Bad
liar.
Pick. BYU plus 3.5 versus Baylor is my second one. Are we just forgetting what BYU just did to Kansas State? Are we forgetting what Baylor did against Colorado?
Yeah, I don't know.
This is the most insane line. I actually was worried that I didn't get my picks in quickly enough and that you were going to steal this one from me. Bonkers line that BYU is a 3.5 point dog. I actually took a money line. Take a money line if you want, but if you want to alleviate some risk, 3.5 feels like a easy pick.
Yeah, even if Kansas State was sleepwalking, they got worked.
Thanks, Heath, for pointing out the fact that BYU is a Jewish quarterback, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah, that's
your name got spelled. Ron's spelling your name wrong. Oh, no, got chaos in there.
Come on. No. EAN, Ron.
It's in the bottom
Come
line on the overall.
My friends have been doing this bit on me for years now. They spell my name SHAUGNE. They find any way to spell it but my own. Please do not do that. It's EAN, the proper spelling. My next bet, guess what, Joe? It's another doozy with a team that is covering against the spread. That's all you need. Indiana giving 7 to Maryland. Maryland stinks. Kurt Signetti's a gangster-ass gangster, and Indiana is 3-1 against the spread so far. They're covering by an average of 16 points, almost as much as Miami. This is another lock. They are smoking the spread.
Bad pick.
It's a good.
I hate picking the who's good against the spread. I think that is.
Bets.
It's an arbitrary
No,
fallacy
this
that
is
is
like-
created by people because it doesn't mean anything. You're just
It
trying
does.
to hope that this trend continues after 4 weeks of games. I hate it.
Being good against the spread is indicative
You've
of
been-
you being better than the numbers.
You've been using this logic and you've been 1-2 the last 2 weeks.
Go screw. You're 1-2 also. I'm the only one in the green, Playboy.
I'm playing off of vibes. I'm not far behind you. I just need. I'm 2 picks behind you. I'm 2 correct picks behind you.
Let's hope they hit then for you.
If I have a 3-0 week, you're done for.
I'm not going 0-3 this week. That it's just not possible. What you
I think
there's
that's gonna happen.
Miami?
I mean, this is
Miami
your worst
hits,
week. This is
Indiana
your worst
hits.
week of picks. Your last one's bullshit, and I hate you for taking it. Are you done with your
Yeah,
yelling?
I'm done. Indiana given 7. Maryland is fraud.
Illinois plus 18 versus Penn State. Illinois' defense is really freaking good. While Penn State could totally dominate most of this game, Illinois' defense is strong enough to keep this thing within 10, I think, or at least 15. They are not allowing many rush yards per game. They're not allowing many total yards per game, yards per attempt, yards per carry. They're one of the best defenses in the country right now. They're turning over every quarterback that they've gone up against. They're one of the highest intercepting defenses in the country. So I feel great about this one. This one is probably one of the safer picks that I've taken so far this year.
I was remarkably close to putting Illinois getting 18 as just a bonus after my 3. It's such a good bet. Now the problem is Penn State at night, and you're taking a leap of faith on Illinois again, which is terrifying. But for the most part, I think
I
that
bet
this
on them
year-
last week and they covered.
I know this year. I guess they're a different team with somehow less draftable talent on the roster. Sometimes it works that way. It's a good bet. I'm not going to sit here and say bad pick like somebody else in the show does. My final bet here. Let's get positive.
You don't know anything about Notre Dame.
Let's stay
You don't
positive.
know anything about Notre Dame.
I've
that you
been
think that
Notre
they're gonna-
Dame number 1 fanboy since the
Fuck you.
NIU tragedy.
Fuck you.
I'm pulling for the team. I'm trying to keep the fan base positive. I think it'd be great if Notre
Fuck
Dame
you.
kept
Seriously.
on making a push.
So get
Why?
to your point. Just give the pick analysis.
Notre Dame
Quit it with that nonsense.
Giving 6 versus Louisville. God forbid I try to keep my friend up in these trying times.
I'm
Good
gonna
win
keep.
last
I'm
week
sorry,
against a
everyone,
MAC
that I have to
opponent.
keep cursing, but fuck you. Stop.
Notre Dame, they had a massive win last week, and they need to keep the train rolling against Louisville if they want to make the CFP. Louisville, good right now. So this win would help Notre Dame after the incident. So if they keep the train rolling, keep on stacking wins, Marcus Freeman getting a little more animated on the sidelines, I think it's possible. Notre Dame smokes Louisville. All they need to do is win by 7, and everyone is happy. I can see it, and I can just see it in December. Oh, who's coming in?
All right.
Cinderella at the last moment. It's the
All right. That's just, now you're just trying to piss me off.